I know it's not 7 o'clock yet. It's 6:56, but it's my show. I can start it when I want, right? Hello, welcome to Check It Out Tuesday. I am Tamara. This is Tamara's Paper Trail. Welcome to the show. Give me a Heidi no. No, don't give me a Heidi no. Give me a Heidi ho and let me know who I am playing or talking with tonight. It's going to be that kind of a show, is it? Where I get all tongue-tied. There's Dana. Hi. Hi, Dana. Seems like forever since I've seen you. There's Shayla. You're on time this time. And Tracy is back. I tell you, Trace, it just wasn't the same without you last night. It wasn't. It just wasn't. The banter, it wasn't, just wasn't the same. Hi, Janet. Hello. Yeah, it's 6:57. We're early. Hi, Melanie. You too. You weren't in last night. So yeah, there was less banter. It was good. You missed a good show, of course. But I missed you guys. Hi, Jen. Hello. Should I just sit here for 3 minutes and wait for people to pop on? You were working nights this week. Ugh. Nights. I don't think I could do nights anymore. I'm at that age where it's like, you know what? Yeah, 9 o'clock. It's dark. I'm in bed. I'm so old, you guys. When did I get so old? I don't know. So, what are we going to do tonight? I hear you cry. I'm coloring. Hi, Marcella. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while either. Boy, I don't know. Must be the season, I guess. Oh, this isn't working for me. What's going on here? Okay, I'm getting there. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, Shayla. It's so hard on the body to go from nights to days to nights. And oh, Melanie making cards for Christmas. 50 cards. That's fantastic. Hi, Cherie. Good for you, Melanie. Can we ask, what do you charge for something like that? I guess it depends on how many layers you're using and so on and so forth. But hi, Hope. Hi, Trina. Nice to see everyone. We're just having a little chit chat because I wanted to start the show and I'm just sitting here coloring. So I thought I would hit go live and I did. So I'm coloring. I've had such a nice relaxing day. Usually Mondays and Tuesdays are my busiest days, and Tuesdays are not as busy as Mondays, but they're up there. But today it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Beth. Happy Tuesday to you. Hi, Marlene. I'm glad you popped in, Marlene. This show's kind of for you, sister. Last night, so Marlene had a few questions about the blending pens and so on and so forth. And I thought, I haven't done just a good old how-to and a tips and tricks on coloring and blending pens and blending brushes and the blends, markers. What did you forget? Oh, wait. Okay, I charge $5 for 20 or $5 each. So even for 50, so for an order of 50, I can't do the math. That's like a $200. No, 50 times 5. No. Yeah. So if you're doing 50, 10, $200? I don't know. My brain's not working. Aw, Marlene. What do you mean? What did you forget? What do you mean? 180? Okay, well, that's it. So you're giving them a deal then, because that math doesn't work in my head. For 50, you charge $4 each. I usually charge about $4 each too. I'll do something similar where it's $5 per card or or 4 for 20. $5 each or 5 for 20. That works better. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cool. Well, good for you. That's fantastic. Look at what you could buy with $180. New stuff. Tracy, what are you talking about? You said it wasn't as busy. Oh, what did I? Yeah. Okay. I need squirrel. A lot of times on the Tuesday I have physio. I didn't have that today. And my desk was pretty clean. I don't know what's happening here, but I've been cleaning up as I go. And so usually on a Tuesday I come down and I'm so busy cleaning and prepping, and I worked so, I don't know. Hi, Christine. I don't know what's going on. There's something weird. I think I'm working Am I working smarter, not harder? Don't know. I got my blog hopped on for, it lands Wednesday at 3 a.m. It's done and ready to post, like it's done and scheduled. It's crazy. So I did a little peekaboo of that card last night. So I'm going to show it to you again because it's also part of what I want to do tonight. I want to show you some of the blending. So this is the card that I made and I freaking love it. I love it. So you have to pop into my blog Thursday morning to see all the particulars on this, but I'm going to show you how, but with different colors. So, hi, Mary. I know, Tracy. It's crazy. Tracy, I emptied a bucket and a half. I emptied a bucket talking to you today, and here's the other bucket right here. Crazy madness. I know. It's unprecedented, you guys. I'm a whole new person. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what do you want to see? Okay, so while I'm doing my little flutterbys, my little butterfly moments here, there, and everywhere. Hi, Brenda. Good night to pop in. We're doing some coloring, some blending, some shading. We're doing some things, tips and tricks, that sort of thing. So while you're waiting for me to finish my rambling, do you want to see this card? I want to do this card, but in different colors. So should we do this card in blues? Should we do that card in, purples? Should we do that card in, not oranges, what's it, trying to think of pinks, maybe a pink, like I'm trying to think of this kind of a feel of a card, but like in non-traditional colors, but I don't want like browns. I guess I could do gray. I kind of like the purples, just saying, but the blues would look really nice too. So let me know, and then I'll completely ignore you and do the other. I kind of like the blue. I kind of like the purple. Yellow. Okay, so Mary, what are you thinking? If I did yellow, what would the would the tree be orange? That might be too out of the box for my comfort level. I like the options of blue and purples. These are my choices. Don't be going yellow on me. Now, the other thing I was thinking is maybe we should try doing Northern Lights. I've never done that before. And so that really kind of pushes me outside of my comfort zone, which y'all like to see because it usually turns into a total gong show. But let's start with some of the basics here for some of the newer stampers. Now, no, not necessarily newer stampers, but maybe newer to our products and some of the differences we have. So, hi, Debbie. Yes, 2 nights in a row. Girlfriend, for 20 months now, we've been doing Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, Northern Lights, Tracy, I'm going to have to like unfriend you soon. You keep pushing me outside my comfort zone. They say I'm going to grow from it. But anyway. All right. So where did I put? Here we go. Now, so last night I used a blend marker. Now, where do you think I put my, look at that. It's where they should be, my pencil crayons. So I'm not even going to necessarily do a card with this. I'm just going to grab some scrap and I'm going to show you. Oh, look, here's Mr. Birdie. We're going to show you. Yay. I don't have to stamp him anymore. I can put that stamp set away. Okay, Mr. Birdie goes back. All right, this is just going to be all over the place, you guys. You know me, right? So last night, Marlene, we were using the watercolor pencils. Now, watercolor pencils you can use with water. I don't like working with water and paper. I'm not a real fan of watercolor paper. I don't like watercoloring per se. It's too imprecise for me. I'm very, I like crisp, clean, and I like to be able to control my results. And when it comes to watercoloring, I don't have that much control. And hi, Carmen. Northern Lights. Okay, everyone, we'll try. I've never done Northern Lights. I don't even know what, Tracy told me these colors. I think these are good colors for Northern Lights. Like, holy, burn your retina off. I don't know. We'll see. I do what Tracy tells me to. Squirrel. So you can use these with water. Obviously, they're watercolor pencils. So when you're using them on a project, I'm just going to use it on our Whisper, not our Whisper, right? Our basic white cardstock. And just to show you, I really should figure out how to do my zoom a little bit more. But let's just say I had a couple colors here that I kind of wanted to blend together. Like you can see the lines, okay? If you would focus and if my lighting was good. You can see that there's streaky lines, right? So what this blend marker is going to do, let me just make sure it's clear and that it's juicy. which I don't think this one is. Well, that one's dry. That's not going to do anything for me. Okay, it's a little bit wet. So let me see if I can get this in here. Color, holding it on my hand. Are you going to focus on me? Probably not. You can do it. Come on, there we go. Okay, so if I grab my blend marker, if I just scribble over this, it's going to really kind of soften those lines. Now, I didn't actually mean to do the blue over the green. So let's try that again. If I was coloring a shape like that lady last night, and it's kind of greeny like this, if you take your blend marker, okay, let me just, you take your blend and you just run over it, it's just going to kind of soften the lines. Why would I use a blend marker? I hear you, like one of these. This is a blend. So you get it in a 3-pack, but there's really 6 because there's 2 tips to each end. So you really get 6 pens for, I think it's like 16 something. But the beauty of this is, say I don't have any markers and I want to color, I don't want to color that bird right now. I want to color something else. If I don't have, what am I going to stamp? Okay, I'm bringing up Mr. Bird. Actually, okay, a couple things. Focus, here we go. All right, so I want to color this holly in the leaves, and I don't have a cherry cobbler marker. Well, if you have a blend, yes, you do have a cherry oh, there's comments. Tracy, you field the comments for me, girl. To blend, I've used a wink of Stella. Yes, thank you, Melanie. That was another tip that I probably would have forgotten, but yes, absolutely. Hi, Valerie. Yeah, exactly. You can certainly use our wink of Stella. But if you have a blend, if you go like this and you squeeze really hard, you're going to transfer ink from your ink pad to the lid of your case. So you're just going to pick up a little bit of the color and bam, you have a marker in cherry cobbler. Now watch what happens. I'm not re-inking. So I'm going to this one. Oh, look, it's getting lighter. Oh my goodness. It's really light. So you can get some gradiated color. Thanks, Tracy. Yes. As you go. Now, eventually the color is going to run out. You just go in and pick up more if you want it darker, and you pick up more and you can use it. So you, with the purchase of a pack of blends, you've got instant markers in all of the colors that you have either ink pads or ink spots for. You now have a marker, right? Now, when I want to go change colors into the Old Olive, you're going to scribble this until all the color comes out. All right, so scribble, 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 and now it's ready to go again. And it's going to pick up the next color. Now, what you can do here is without any color, I had stamped this. This is an Old Olive. If I just run over this image with my blend, do you see what's happening? No, you don't, because it's too far away. Because this is a water-based ink, it's actually pulling the color. I stamped this yesterday, but look, now it's a light green. So it's, okay, the lighting, holy Toledo. Let's see what we can do here. Can this help, or does that make it too glary? How about if we change this to a different color? Nope. Okay, let's try this button. Try this button. Is that any better? No. Okay, but you can see these are now, I think if I press this button, it's going to blink at me in a minute. Oh, yeah, no. I think that one blinks. Oh, that's terrible lighting. Anyway, okay, you get the idea. So you can use it that way. Why has no one mentioned that before? Blends and ink pad equals a marker. Well, I don't know. That's kind of the whole, that's really why, sorry, oh, for the Lord's sake. That's really the reason to have these blends, in my opinion, is to make markers without having to buy the $160 $160 set of markers. So that's perfect for that. Now you can also use it, like say with the pencil crayons. So say I'm coloring this bird, I'm coloring his tummy. Oh, I don't know if I had it a little bit. Well, I don't really want to color his tummy. Oh yeah, it's going to start blinking at me. Holy cow. Okay, stop it. There we go, like that. So if I was going to do his tummy, a little bit of pumpkin pie. Sorry, you guys, this is doing my eye. Ugh. Is that the one that's going to blink? Probably. Don't start blinking at me. Okay, so if I'm doing him a little bit of pumpkin pie, and then I want him a little bit of, whatever, this is Flirty Flamingo, I think. So I can color the two together, and then, oh, yeah, I knew it was going to blink. Sorry, it's not you. You're not having a stroke. Let's try that one. You can grab your blend them together. But once you've blended them once, you're done. Like if I went back now here to try to do this little section again in the blues, it doesn't really work so good. And you can rub a hole in your paper, so you want to use it very sparingly. Now, say I want to do his beak, you could pick this up with the chalk. Where's our chalk? Ugh. Here's our chalk, which I really don't like. I could pick up some of that with my blend, and I can color his beak. Again, you want to be careful. You don't want to be rubbing too hard, or you will rub a hole in the paper. So that's kind of why you would use a blend. Primarily, in my opinion, for the marker aspect, because we don't all have all the markers. So that's the blends. Let's move away from that because it's kind of boring. Okay. And it's just filled with glycerin, I think. Now, where's my lid? There it is. All right, so that's the blend. Now, let's move on to our blends, which are our alcohol-based markers. Okay, Brenda says, just curious, how you would choose this method opposed to just the blender pens? More of a subtle shading. Yes. And maybe you just don't have that one. We don't have blends in all of our colors, like Pear Pizzazz. We don't have Pear Pizzazz that I always want. I always go to grab a Pear Pizzazz marker and we don't have one. So there's a variety of reasons, but it might be, again, if you just don't have a marker and you want, a yellow beak or something like that. Blender pen over watercolor crayon gives a softer look. Yes, than the straight blends. Absolutely. It is lighter. And as you could see here, Brenda, when I did these three over time, oh, I really did rub a hole. Over time, the color is really subtle. So, you can really control how light it is. The other thing I should mention is people will ask, well, why didn't you just dip your blend pen right in here, right in the ink pad? Why did I do this? Because it saturates this too much. You don't need that much ink. It soaks in, and then you're scribbling forever to try to get it back to running clear. So you just want a little bit of color. So it's easier to control to get different shading than with the pencil crayons. I don't use my pencil crayons very often, honestly. Gotta see my blender pens. Oh, if they still work. And they might, but you know what? You can get glycerin. You can get that in the Shoppers Drug Mart. I don't know what aisle. And you can also get it in the baking aisle, like at anywhere. Any baking aisles has glycerin too. So you could just kind of recharge it, dip it in some glycerin and keep that going there. All right, so when you go to use your blends, now I love blends. I love coloring. I love the blends. Another reason you would maybe use the blend and or the marker instead of the blends is when you have a small space, the blends tend to bleed. So these little tiny images here, they're going to spread because they're an alcohol-based marker. So just to show some of the shading, so I'm busily, is that a word? Busily? I'm making this card that we made a few weeks ago. I love it. And I had all the pieces laying on the floor. So just to show you how this works with the shading. A lot of people don't like coloring. A lot of people don't like the shading because they don't know how. But Stampin' Up, they have a lot of images that they make it easy for you. So for instance, this is my light gray granite. And so I'm just laying down the light. Now you want to be careful not to get too close to the edge because, as I said, it can bleed outside of your lines. So you want to get close to it, but you don't want to go right on top of it. Now these images I'm going to be cutting out, so it's not a huge problem. And maybe I should show an example where I do go outside the line. Or do I have one already to show you? No. All right, well, this is going to be cut out. So I'm going to go outside the line and just show you. Oh, no, look at that. It's bleeding. Okay, so I like to lay down the light, and then I go in with the dark. And all I do is put the dark right over top where Stampin' Up! Has lines. So they're saying, okay, that should be shaded. So I'm going over the area with the dark. And then, because you want them to blend, go over it again with the light. And as your paper gets wetter, more wet, the inks are going to blend together. It's alcohol, and I'm leaving a little patch kind of lighter in the middle, just to give that hint of shading. Okay, so you can see all of these, they have more shadowing effect there. I know, don't like coloring. It's not even a thing. I love coloring. I find it so relaxing. Now, look, so we're here when I made a boo-boo. I got too close to the edge and it bled. We have what's called our color lifter. And this is really just an eraser of sorts. It's not perfect. It's going to leave a water stain, but it's going to remove this smudge. Excellent. You're welcome, Marlene. Happy to help. Happy to help. So you see how I've gone outside the edge here. So I'm just taking this white and I'm going to push this color back in. And like I say, it is going to leave a bit of a watermark, but we're just trying to kind of push the color back in. And when it dries, it'll just be a bit of a watermark, but it's not going to be as intensely gray. This isn't the gray granite that I'm using. Okay, so you can do that. What you can also do is remove some color from here. Oh, you know, I wanted it a little bit lighter in this middle. So if I just drag it into the middle, you can kind of see it's got a bit of a chemical reaction is going there, and you can see it getting lighter. So I'll do it over here again, zoomed in so you can see it a little bit better. So if I just rub the color lifter there, look at that. It takes some of the color away. I don't actually like that. I prefer it with a little bit darker. So I'm going back in again with my light gray granite, and you can see there's a bit of a watermark there, but if you just work it, it'll blend away. So that's the grays. And then for this little cake, it's exactly the same thing. I've gone in with my light. So I'll just show you one of these quickly. Go with the light. Is this the light? Nope, this is the dark. Alrighty then, go in. Going with the light, Tamara. Now, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you'll know that when it comes to what ink to stamp and use with what markers, what do I always say? What's the rule of thumb for which black to use with which kind of markers? Shout it out if you know. Yeah, it's called the color lifter, Mary. It's in the catalog with the blends in there. So I've gone in with the light on the bottom and then the dark on top. Who knows what I always say? What's the rule of thumb for which ink to use with which markers? Right, Tracy. That's not the exact sentence I use, but you use a smelly with a non-smelly. So if this is your first time hearing me say that, okay, so what I mean by that, okay, so now I'm just going to go in. You can see there's a pretty harsh line between those two. I'm going to go in with my light, and I'm just going to zigzag kind of over what I'm going to call the seam. Where those two colors meet, I'm going to go over it. And it's going to blend to make a more ombre, natural look. Ta-da! One thing I should say, when you use your blends, you definitely want to protect your surface because it goes right through your paper because it's alcohol. Yeah, so I do a smelly with a non-smelly. So what does that mean? These markers, they smell. They're alcohol, right? They smell. Our Memento ink is black. It does not smell. Our ink pads, they do not smell. Our StazOn, oh my God, couldn't we all just get high sitting here sniffing our StazOn ink pads? That smells like marzipan. Oh, yeah, I could just smell it all day long. I wouldn't recommend it. But, you know, it's cheaper than drugs. Stays on. This smells. So this is what you use with our non-smelly markers or our non-smelly pencil crayons or our non-smelly chalk. So a smelly with a non-smelly. This is a solvent ink base. It's not water-based. These are water-based. So if you use if you use these with these, the ink will run because these are two non-smellies. Okay. And if you use this with these, it'll run because they're both smellies. So you want to use a smelly with a non-smelly, smelly with a non-smelly. Now, do they still bleed? Yeah, they do. It's not perfect. It is not perfect. You can see in here, it has bled, like my original gray line. They do bleed a bit. It's not perfect. And I know Stampin' Up! Is working on more inks. How do I know this? Because I was on a testing group where we were trying different inks to see, does it bleed with the blends? Does it bleed with our markers? Does it bleed? And how does it bleed? So I know they're still working on trying to get that to work. Now in here, so for this bird, I'll just show you quickly. So I got time. We got time. Keep you here all day. So little Mr. Bird, I kind of love him. Like, this card is so not me, but I really like it. And so his tummy, I was just playing with this. I had no idea what color to color him, but I started off, and I'll just show you, like, I'm sure no two will work out the same, which might drive me a little bit crazy, but what is this? This is my light soft suede. Where's my dark crumb cake? No, this is dark. This is light. Okay, so I started off, focus. Focus, there we go. Okay, he's good. All right, so I started off with my bird. I laid down, I stamped him in soft suede ink. I didn't want him in black. That was too harsh. Gray was weird. So I went with a soft suede so that he would be brown. And so I'm going in and I'm really just wetting my entire bird paper with my light crumb cake. Now, you don't have to use your dark blend. If you just go over the same spot over and over and over, you're going to get a darker image, right? And that's just, it's going to be darker if you go over it numerous times. Thanks, Tracy. However, because I have the dark, I'm going to go in with my dark. So I went in then with my dark, just kind of over the lines that Stampin' Up! Had laid down for me. So I don't really have to think about it. I'm just kind of going over what they said. And then I could blend that. And I went, well, I think I wanted a lot darker. I think I did use some soft suede, but we'll see. We'll see what this guy comes out looking like. So I'm going in like that. Then I'm going to go back in with my light again and just soften that up, let it all bleed together and see how it looks. Now, if you want some shading, you're not necessarily going to go, well, I'm going to go over the whole bird again, but I'm going to go over certain spots a little heavier. So near his head there, you'll see I'm just going to do a few, circles. So that's going to leave an area that's a little bit lighter, just for a little bit of shading. So here, it was a little intense there. I could even go over it a few more times, but you're just going to go over it until you get the look that you like. And you just don't want these harsh lines. So the wetter the paper, the easier it's going to bleed. So I want it a little bit darker. I'm going to go in with my light soft suede. Page 123 of the annual catalog, very hard to find. I know, I like when they had a blends page too. A little bit late. Hi, Nikki. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, Nikki. I don't see. Oh, see now that okay. First rule of thumb, I broke my own rule. I very rarely open my blends on top of my project because of what just happened. It's so juicy. Look at it. It's dripping the alcohol. So it just kind of screwed up my bird. So I like to open them over here gently. So I kind of cock that up. This is blend. Blend like the wind. Okay. Anyway, so here's my soft suede. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to get him darker on most of these spots. I think I did most of his backside here, a little bit darker. You get the idea, and then you're just going to go in and just keep on blending until you get a look that you like, and you can see what's going on in the back. Oh, okay, on the back. This is why you always want to make sure you've got paper down. Don't want to do this on your good dining room table. Okay, so there's some shading on his body. And then when it came to his stomach, I had no idea what I was doing. I started off with some calypso and some pumpkin and some flamingo. I didn't know. And I just kind of kept laying things down. So I started off with pink, which was bizarre. I went, oh, that's a little crazy, intense, bright. But I went with it. And mine is getting a little mangled. It's been very well loved. Exactly, Tracy. Keeping it real. Now this one, okay, this can happen too. All right, like talk about keeping it real. So I'm trying to pull the lid off gently. So I'm pushing on these 3 dots. I push with this thumb. Push. And normally they pop off. Occasionally though, it takes the whole freaking barrel with it. So sometimes I can get this to work, sometimes I can't. I'll snap it on again. And I'll just try it again. And I'll try to wiggle it a little differently. No, still got the barrel. The whole thing has come off. Give it a bash. There. That time it worked. I don't know. I know I planned it, right, Tracy? All right. So here's our bird. I'm going in with some pink. And now this one's drying out pretty good. It's time for me to invest in some new blends. Speaking of, if you want a bunch of blends, for anybody out there who is not a demonstrator, get the blends in the starter kit this week. Right? It's $100 for the starter kit, you guys. What have I done here? This is light Calypso Coral. And then I'm going in with some orange. I don't know. I'm just making a bit of a dog's breakfast out of this poor little bird. $100. You get to pick $165 in product. You're going to pay $100. So you could pick all blends up to $165 in value, but only pay $100. No shipping, no GST. In some provinces, BC, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan, you pay PST. Not Nova Scotia, right? No, not Nova Scotia. Anyway, yeah, that's the way you want to get your blends. Okay, then I also went in with some cherry cobbler. Let's go with some light cherry cobbler because I don't even remember. I wanted some red in here just to make it blend in with the berries a little bit more. So he's kind of coming together. But this is the beauty of these blends. Like no bird, the 2 birds won't really ever turn out to be the same. Because you're just going to keep going back in with different colors, building them up, blending them together. And you could play this game all day long. But you can see it's getting pretty close to this guy actually. And then I did his feet and his beak in different colors. So I kind of love that. And with this one, I did the light and the dark Old Olive. So for that, again, you don't want to get too close to the edge. And this marker is very mangled. So I'm going to use, there's a brush tip and then there's what they call, I think, the bullet tip. Did you ever notice? It's the same on our markers. Where are our markers? Here. So this might be a new one for you, Marlene. There's a fat line and a skinny line. A fat line and a skinny line. This is the fat brush end and this is the skinny journaling end. This is the fat brush end and this is the skinny like bullet end. Maybe you learned something new today. Okay, so I'm going to color the smaller areas with that. Go in with the darker one on the rib. And then just blend the two together. Try not to get too close to the edge. Now, I don't care because I'm going to cut this out. So there you go. That is Blends 101. Okay, 7:30. Let's put the lids on these and let's move on to our brushes. Our blending brushes. Oh, my lid's on here. You have to make sure that if you're working with these for a long period of time, like when I was doing these, I try to sit the cap back on them because these are alcohol. They will dry out. Right? You don't want those sitting overnight. You'll come back in the morning and it's dead and you have to buy yourself a new one. a new 2-pack because they don't sell them in the singles anymore. Okay, so I'm going to check this. And I'm going to check this. These guys can all go away. Thank God I've got a bucket now. All right, so I don't need this anymore. What did we decide on? Did we decide on blues or purples? Who got more votes? Let me just scroll. Northern Lights, everybody says blue, yellow, blackberry, blue, purple. Okay, so purple. Christine, you couldn't commit. Okay, and then it switched to Northern Lights a lot. So I think we had more blue. So I might try blue. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do blue. When I say both, I'm going to do blue and I'll try some Northern Lights. Maybe. Okay. So I need a piece of paper. I'm going to bring in the big guns. A big piece of paper. Ta-da! Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, well. I'll use the back side of it. There we go. All right, so first thing first. So to make this card, we need to blend. Now, I have a piece of cardstock. This one is 4.5 by 3.25. And I'm just going to show you how to make this piece, and then you mount it. You'll have to check out my blog for the full measurements, okay? Because I need you guys to get to my blog. I need to feel like I do my blog for a reason here. Okay, let's see. I don't like this light. It's weird. That's weird too. That one's too yellow. All right, I guess we're going back to this light. Okay. Maybe I go like this. I think that's better. All right. So I created a mask. So what I did was I grabbed a piece of whatever paper I had, and I cut it the same size as this one, which is my layer. And I cut out a center using my stitch rectangle dies. I didn't really mean for it to be stitched rectangle. I just couldn't find a regular rectangle one. And when I actually did the sponging, yes, indeed, if you look really closely, and if it will actually zoom in on this, you can see, why won't you zoom? Just focus on it, darn it. Come on. You know you want to. Down a little bit. You can see the little stitching when it stays focused for 30 seconds. Look, oh, there it is. See the stitching? So it actually did go all the way through the paper. Lime green, Valerie. Lime green. Okay. Well, this is close to lime green. This was actually soft sea foam and soft succulent and evening evergreen is what that was there. So I cut out a center. This is going to be my mask. I'm bringing in my painter's tape. It is kind of, it's not what I was going for. Okay, I'm going to make this, actually, it doesn't matter if this is totally sticky or not. Because I don't care. It's not going to rip my project. I'm just going to tape this down to my placemat and hope that I don't move it. The paper underneath shouldn't move. However, we shall see. So I'm just going to use painter's tape. You could use washi tape, whatever you've got handy. Okay, now, blues you say. Do I have a blue brush? I don't know. These ones are supposed to be clean. So this one I think will be, I'm going to make this one my light blue because this one's dirty. I'll make it my dark blue. This one I think is the cleanest. So we're going to open up our balmy blue. Dump out whatever just came out of my ink pad. All right. So I'm going to pounce into the ink pad and I'm going to start dragging color in from the edge. You don't want a big splotch, but if you're going to get a big splotch, it's okay if it's on the edge because the edges are always darker and we can work it in. You just want a nice subtle light color in the middle. So we're going to start on the edge and we're going to drag the color in. And you're just going to watch me do this for the next 10 minutes. Because I start off slow and then I get a little bit more adventurous and I'm like, okay, we're going hard. I haven't got all night. In that voice, in exactly that voice, okay? I do amuse myself, honestly. Okay. All right, so you can see some color is coming in here. So I want to make sure that it's in the center. and we're going to build the color from there. Okay, so that actually looks really good, really quickly. So now I can go in harder on the edges. And you could even bring in a different blue if you wanted to at this point. What have I got? This is a balmy blue. I don't think I want to go with native navy. I want the tree to really pop. So we're just going to go around the edges, building a darker and darker color. And I love these brushes as opposed to our old sponges because our fingers don't get disgusting. But I'm applying pressure with this, with my finger on the back of this head. And it makes me feel like I have a lot more control. It's probably an illusion, but I feel like I've got control. So you can see how the shading is hanging out in the middle. It's more white. And then I just want to try to blend this. It's a little splotchy, kind of blending into that middle section. I want it to be much more gradual. So this is where you might not necessarily want to add more color to your brush. You just want to press harder to get some of the ink out of what's already in your brush. So I'm just going to keep playing. Something's happening out there. What's going on? Girls are playing. I think it's the Switch that my team bought me last year for Christmas. We use it every single day. Okay, so I'm just going to go trying to blend that a little bit more. I like it really saturated on the edges, as you can tell. Because it's going to give a really crisp line. When I remove this, it just gives a really crisp line. Need those brushes. Oh, yes, Marlene. Yes. Comes in a 3-pack. I think I bought 2 packs right away. And I think I might have had, I think I have a 3rd one. So my plan was this one will be marked blue. So, because when you wash them, they do come clean, but not 100% clean. As you saw when I started using this one, it wasn't like this one. I mean, it's not 100% clean. That's okay. So this should be my yellows, really. But you rinse them under water. They just don't come 100% clean. So I would like a dedicated blues, a dedicated purples, a dedicated reds, and so on. So I think that's good. I'm going to leave it there. And now I'm going to pull this off. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, you do, Marlene. You need them. More is better. Look at that. Perfection. So you just need to make sure that mask doesn't move and you'll get that super crisp line. Now, the stamp set I used for the tree was this Evergreen Elegance, which I was just tickled because, thank you, Valerie, because I don't think I had inked it up for the trees yet. Now that one's not big enough. By finishing off so many projects today, I freed so many of my blocks. I have so many blocks now. Like they were all in a bucket on the floor. Okay, so now I'm going in with my Night of Navy. Ink him up. I want to make sure, I'm just turning him over to make sure I don't have any halos, because I'd get really mad if I now had a halo. Oh, you know what? My mask was slightly crooked. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to stamp my tree. Release. Now, this tree, although I like it, it doesn't have a trunk, and that makes me sad. So I just went in with my marker on the other one. Just a titch. I don't know. It angered me that he had no trunk. I've got issues, I know. All right, then for the sentiment, Lord knows what did I use. See, why did I move? Oh boy, what did I use? What did I use? This one. Oh, the cabin, from the cabin. Where's the cabin set? Cabin. Cabin set. Hang on. I'm looking, I'm not seeing. Peaceful deer. Peaceful cabin. There it is. Okay. I really like this sentiment to go with this one, which is, may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. Okay. Sprinkle water. Yes. I was thinking of that, Nancy, but I didn't want to. Nancy's right. If I splattered some water on this, but I'm chicken and I don't want to. I'll do that another night, Nancy. Okay, so may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. Yes, the mask was cut out from the stitched rectangles. Yes, Marlene. Oh, it's happening here. Okay, so Nancy, the blending technique I do all the time, then I sprinkle water. Yep, these inks are perfect for this. I've used many inks over the years, and they are ink and markers. They really are the best. Absolutely. They've won awards. Absolutely. See, now you make me want to, Nancy. But me and water. Okay, another time. All right, so I'm going to stamp this right here. So I'm going off the square. Oh, I wanted to go a little bit higher just for visual interest. Okay, I don't like that now. I wanted it higher. Dagnabbit. All right, and then these snowflakes are also from the cabin set. Now, on my original one, I did the snowflakes in the lighter ink, but this one I think I'm going to go with the dark. Okay, so I'm just going to go here. Want to make sure you don't get halos in here. Hi, Barb. Hello. What are you doing in Seattle? Seattle? Barb? Your vacation? White craft ink with water pen. Yeah, to make stars. Yes. What? Okay, tell me more, Barb. I'm confused and jealous. Okay, there is the card. And then you just layer it. Where's my original? Did I hide it so it was safe? Does anybody see my original? Here it is, way over here. Safe. So I layered it on. I would do just, what is this? 3.5 by, this is 3. I don't know what this is. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So then I did 3 1/4 plus 2 ticks by 4 1/2 and 2 ticks. And then I layered it on a bigger layer. So I would do the Night of Navy in the small one, and then the Bashful Blue in the bigger one. And I added, these are faceted gems, the clear ones, elegant faceted gems. And I just love the soft, romantic look of this. And it really doesn't take that much time. But again, I found it so relaxing to do this. So now let's try, we still have 16 minutes. Let's try to do Northern Lights. I'm terrified. I don't love these colors for Northern Lights. But okay. All right. So now this one, I'm going to try to tape it right on top. So it's not crooked. Oh, I know why it's crooked. This was on top, but the actual triangle that I had cut, I didn't cut 100% the right way. Now, you know what? I probably should use a clean mask. It might, I don't know if it's going to pull any ink out from this, but I did create another one, but anyway, I'll use this one. Okay. So I want to look at this. I think I want it darker. Like I know I'm going to want darker. I'm going to start with light in the middle. I'm thinking, I don't know what to do. Maybe I start with a strip of, are you sure this isn't too bright? This is too bright. Pumpkin pie? No. Really? That scares me. How about crushed curry or bumblebee? It's more of a brownish, I don't know which one is. I think I like that one. And are you sure Granny Apple, not Pear Pizzazz? I guess Granny Apple. Okay. Ugh, this terrifies me, you guys. I don't know why. I've never done this. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Need a green for Northern Lights. Well, I know you need a green. I'm just like, is this going to be too bright? No, this will be good. This will be good. All right, so maybe I'm going to start with cleaning up some space here. See, but I want a pretty clean. I need more brushes. Okay, I'm going to start with the bumblebee, I think, maybe. Hey, should I start with bumblebee? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, that is pretty intense. So I'm going to dab on, I can't handle it yet. I have to ease into this, you guys. So, okay, we're just going to go a little heavier. I've seen some that look, I mean, there's no rules to Northern Lights, right? They dance. They're all over the place. So, okay, let's do, okay, that was a little heavy. All right. Hi, Sue. Have you ever done Northern Lights? I'm terrified. I've never done them, and that's, oh, another glob. Okay, well, okay, we're going hard now. All bets are off. Okay. So, problem is, once I'm going to use this brush again, so then I can't go back because it'll be contaminated, and all my other brushes are dirty. So we're going to blend while we can. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the green. I don't know, what does green and yellow, what does green and yellow make? Purple? I don't even know. Oh, visiting your daughter. Oh, nice. February 2020, doing house. Oh, how wonderful. Oh, you must be in heaven. In heaven. Well, hello, Shelly. Yeah, don't be a creep, man. Nobody wants a creeper. Welcome. I don't know where the rest of my blending brushes went. I know I have more. I know I do. Because I think I have an unopened pack somewhere. Question is, well, I don't know where. I bet it's in my bucket of giveaways. I don't know. All right. Well, okay. We're going in. We're going hard. Try to get this blended a little bit more, and then I'm going to go in with the green. Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay. Now, we're going to need some green. Hi, Elizabeth. You're excited to see this. I don't know. I've never tried it either, Shelly. That's why I'm really quite twitchy right now. So I'm going to, oh boy. This could be... Remember how I said start off? Yeah, okay. Well, see, that one worked out nice. That one's coming in nice. Okay. And then Tracy said I needed some pinks too. I don't know. All right, I'll make it work, she said. I'll go in with some, not some browns, some blues. Okay. They're giggling out there. I don't know what they're up to. They laugh at me a lot, you guys. They do. Okay, well, this is going to be really green zone over here. Hi, Connie. Thanks for popping in. I'm just in time for the chaos. I'm trying to do Northern Lights. I don't know. I pushed too hard. Oh, and now my thing has moved. My math. Oh, no. Stop it. It's all falling apart, you guys. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, you can see what's going on here. No, you can't because... Okay, let's move this back. What is... Oh, boy. Okay. Hang on. You can sort of fix it. Okay, just come over here and just reapproach. All right, well, it's going to be there now, and we'll just see what happens. Okay. Like it never happened. Okay. Where was I? I was in greens. Now, pinks, huh? I'm thinking if I'm going to do some pink, I don't want to dedicate a whole brush to it. So I'm just going to grab a piece of sponge. Now, we don't sell these anymore, I believe. So I'm going to chop up one of my old ones carefully. I nipped my fingers today while I was using my paper snips, cutting ribbon. Those things are sharp, man. Okay, so I'm just going to use way too much, I'm sure. But, oh yeah, that didn't go well. Should have done this first. A little bit of pink. This is going to look like the dog's breakfast, honestly. Do Northern Lights, they said. It'll be pretty. Okay. keeps moving. So it's not going to be very crisp. All right, so we're going to be done with the pink. And we're going right back into blue now. Blue I'm more comfortable with. This is going to hide all my errors. Let's go with that, hey? Okay, and I might even end up with some Night of Navy. So I know it kept moving because I'm not applying the pressure here like I was on the other cards. This is brutal, you guys. Like, what? This pink is not okay. I'm going to go back in with some more yellow now. If it's going to snow, it should snow with confidence and determination. No half-ass snowing. Where is it snowing? True, Nancy. I forgot about using glycerin. How did I do that card? Yes! Nancy, you're a genius. But now we're running out of time. Glycerin, of course. Yeah. Oh, now I want to try that. Okay, I'm going back in with the yellow because I'm really trying to fix this pink glob in the middle here. I don't think there's any saving it. Okay, we're moving in right into Night of Navy. We're going hard now. Time's money here. Cool. I'm jealous, Barb. I've never been to Seattle. It's on my bucket list. Okay, so I'm going in with some Night of Navy. I'm going to try to start off softly. She says that she goes in quite hard. I'm okay if I'm going to cover up a lot of this color. That's kind of the point. Because most of the night sky is going to be dark. And you just get that little pop of color, right? Now again, the reason that I will never do this technique again is because I cannot control the results. And if this card turns out beautiful by some miracle, I'll never be able to duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm trying to actually hide most of this and just leave that. Shame about that hideous glob of pink in the middle there. But yes, Nancy, where is my glycerin? Glycerin is, hold on, it's over in this section. I found it. Right, Nancy, I forgot about, oh, you need to be my marketing director. Okay, all right, here's the glycerin, you guys. Here's the glycerin, okay. Yeah, glycerin. What am I gonna do? Okay, wait, I'm going to put some ink on my block. I'm going to add some glycerin. Is this how I did it before? I forget. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Now, I am going to, I don't want to sacrifice this. I don't know what it's going to do to that. So I'm going to chop off some more of this. Okay, so my glycerin. Oh, yeah. Nancy is a genius. This will allow it to kind of be moved around. Faster and easier. Look at that. Okay, it's a little gloopy, but you know what? We should, okay, and now I want to do a Northern Lights card. Look, like if you go like that, look, okay, now it looks like a starry sky. Was that? No, Monet. Was that, who did Starry Sky? Was that Monet? No, whoever that was. Okay, all of a sudden this doesn't look like Northern Lights anymore. I've hidden too much of the color. But now I want to play with this technique instead. Look how deep that's saturated. Okay, I'm aborting this one. Look, it's 7:55. We're going to do a whole nother one though. Look, anyway, you get the idea. Okay, lots of things moved. I want to play with this other side. Look what's going to happen here. We're going to do this. We're gonna, okay. Wait, you guys. Okay, so I've got my dark blue. Let's close this ink pad. Let's do some Bumblebee. you guys questioning your choices of what you did with your eating yet? It started off with some good tips. It did. I know it did. It's kind of gone south fast, hey? Then do we need some red? I think we do. Nancy, you should have said something sooner. Okay, look. All right, so here's my blue. He's blue. Green. Red and yellow. Okay. So, I kind of want, that's way too much glycerin, Tamara. But the beauty of the glycerin, as Nancy pointed out, is it just allows you to move stuff around. Okay, watch. Just go whoosh, whoosh. Let's do a whole new piece of paper though, because this one's seen through. Let's just use a scrap. Wait. Don't go away. We'll use this big piece. What? Avalanche. Okay, we're going to use a big piece. Now, where did my yellow go? Was this it? Sure. All right. Oh. Oh, that's why. Look. Oh, there's red on that one. Okay. Let's try this again. Yellow. Okay. Yellow. So far, so good. I haven't screwed it up yet. And then I want some green. I hear them whispering out there. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. We're going to go. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out nice. I don't know. Don't really know what I'm doing, you guys. And then we need some pink. Can you tell that I don't know what I'm doing? Oh, this one had glue on it. Yuck. All right. I have more. Okay, and it's like crickets out there now. Now there's no comment. Oh, there's all kinds of comments. Wait, okay. I can stop scrolling. Usually just makes a mess. Hi, Pat. It was a good video. Seattle. What do you do with glycerin? Well, I hope you caught that, Connie. This is what I'm doing. The blue is a game changer. Don't use your brushes. No, use a sponge. Oh my goodness. Van Gogh. Was it Van Gogh? Yes. Okay. Kind of digging it. Okay. Me too. Okay. Use glycerin. Using glycerin bugs me because when you stamp a sentiment, it smudges. You almost have to put your sentiment on a tag. Oh, okay. Does it? Is it fully dry? Does it, Nancy? Blot your paper before doing a sentiment. Yeah, I would dry it somehow. I don't know. Okay. All right. So now this is going to be really intense. So I'm really going to try to get a lot of this off. Holy crackin', you guys. How much pink do we need in our little sky? That's a lot of pink. Holy lifting, as my grandmother would say. Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's almost a flamingo color now. I don't know, you guys. Now this is too dark, right? I want to go in with a... Do I want to go in with a blue? I don't know. Just the edge. You sent me a picture. Okay. Talking to me, Tracy? Okay. Oops. Ah! What's going on now? Emergency alert. What's going on? Hold on, chats. Tracy, taken by my house. Oh. Oh, well, okay. Well, too late now. Thanks, Trace. I used way too much glycerin again. All right. One more sponge. I'm losing the will to live, you guys. This is not my way. This is not my way outside my comfort zone. Does it show? Oh, here's one of our old sponges. I like these ones. They're softer. I feel like the sponge that you get out of your couch. Don't ask me why I know what that feels like. Okay. Let's just try to go in and... So I'm just going to fill in the blanks, I guess. I don't know. then I'll go in with some dark. I don't like this. I don't like this even a little bit. But I've seen some that were just like stripes. I overthink it. It's kind of like when people try to draw clouds and I think, oh my God, that looks so fake. But then when you see clouds in nature, you're like, wow, those look so fake. That's just the way clouds are. So I don't know. I'm not loving this and I want to just throw it away now. Okay. Now we're going to go in with some darker. That green is too intense. I need to be able to blend it more, I think. We'll see. I'm not convinced. It looks good when other stampers do it. Oh yeah, no, it's too stark. Okay. Hate it. The pink is okay, but this green isn't floating my boat. No. I don't like it. Baby wipe technique. Yeah, it's no. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't, let's just see. I'm going over the whole thing. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, I prefer my brushes. I like my tree one better. Like, I suppose if I work this hard enough, actually, maybe if I go back in with the baby blue. This was this pink on the other side? I think it was. I don't know. Let's go. Oh, I know. It's pink from there. Okay, this is just a big piggy mess now. I'm going to go back in with some of this lighter blue. Okay, well, it's taking away the edge. I think we're going to get rid of that yellow. My fingers are getting really dirty because I'm using a sponge. The pink can stay a little bit, I suppose. It's getting there, I suppose. Lots of laughing going on out there. I don't know what they're on about. Okay. I'm going to leave this yellowish patch. Well, I think it's okay that I'll never get another one that looks like this because I'm kind of hating it. The green was just too intense. I mean, seriously. What else? Glycerin helps it blend. It sure does. Add some Highland Heather. Where would I do that? Where would you like the Highland Heather? It's getting there. It's not too bad. This green is a little obnoxious. But I guess, like I say, in reality, like they dance, it's too fat. Like usually the green ones that I've seen, it's more of a, like Tracy's picture, yeah, which you can't see. So I like this little hint of pink. The rest I kind of hate. But anyway, it's after 8 o'clock anyway. So you get the idea. Oh, that is so going in the garbage, you guys. Done. This one is, let's look at the pretty one. Let's look at the pretty one. And before I do anything else, let's throw away all these sponges. And let's never speak of this again. I'll clean up this mess, but these ones are pretty. I have to fold up this and get this gone. Okay, well, it didn't end as well as it started, I must say, but I wanted to try. Do you like it? No, it's in the trash. So too bad. Too bad, Shelly. It's a fun technique, but maybe I'll try with brushes again. I don't know though. Like I say, I've seen some demonstrators who did a lot of great things with the polar bear set, and it's just really just 3 swipes, like in 3 different colors, and it worked fine. But well, thank you, Bev. I do try, but I'm quite happy to let you guys see me stumble and or fail. Again, that it makes me very uncomfortable to try these types of things, especially on camera, because it's like, the rest of the show was pretty good. You learned some things, did some stuff. This was a little out there for me. So I think I did actually try Northern Lights one other time with our finger daubers, and that didn't end well either. But oh well, you got to try. Yeah, you do. And now I know I won't try it again because it really isn't my style because I can't control it so much, right? But hey, why don't you try it and then share with me your brilliant creations? That's even better. I've now inspired you to try it because you're thinking, honestly, I can do better than that. And I challenge you to. So it's 8:07. I've gone a little bit longer than usual tonight, and that's okay too, right? Thanks. But yes, I hope you got something from the other methods. Definitely blends are my favorite, hands down, for coloring. I have the most control over that, and there's so much you can do with the blends. So I highly recommend those. And like I say, if you're not a demonstrator, don't worry. I'm not going to ram the business down your throat, but if you want the best deal in town, order up $165 worth of blends, but only pay $100. Okay. It truly is the best deal going. You get to be on my team. I will help you save money. If you want to save money, I will help you make money. If you want to make money, I will leave you alone if you want me to leave you alone. I've got 37 people on my team right now, and they will all tell you I offer lots of business training. I offer you my support if you want it. If you just want to be a happy shopper, that's fine. And if you just want to hang out on my page and do nothing and drop after March, then you can absolutely do that too. I would be happy to have you on my team. The more the merrier. We're just a great community. So that deal goes till the 30th of November. The retiring list is coming out, and that sale starts on December 1st. Yes, they are 37 awesome people. Honestly, they're so much fun. One thing I want to mention to you while I have you here, sorry, don't run away. A very important announcement came out from Stampin' Up! Today, saying that they, for the foreseeable future, are not going to be able to offer back-ordered items anymore. So what that means is they're only going to sell what they have in stock. They will notify us. We have a report that we can look at that tells us when inventory is low. But when they sell out of the stock they have, that item code will be turned off and you cannot purchase it until they restock their supplies. Right now, they will allow 2,000 of the items to go into back order. They can't afford to do that anymore because with the shipping the way it is in the world right now, it's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars in back orders. So yeah, that starts December 1st, Bev. So where I'm going with this is there's going to be a lot of people buying December 1st from the new catalog. A lot of demonstrators, right? As a demonstrator, you get to order before the general public. So this is a perfect opportunity. If this week you became a demonstrator, doesn't mean you have to be a demonstrate. You don't have to do what I do. It just means that's your Costco membership to order directly from Stampin' Up! Instead of going through a demonstrator like me. So you get to order December 1st from the new January catalog. You also get to earn celebrations items in December instead of January. What that means is there's a much lower chance of them running out of supplies before you get to order what you want to order. If you wait until January, things very well may be out of stock because demonstrators have bought them and depleted their stock. And there are items that will happen. There are items that won't be available come December 1st because of the shipping. It's sitting on a dock because of the problems in BC with the flooding. So what I'm saying is this is the time if you want to get in on being the first to get the products and not being disappointed. Buy the starter kit. It is $100. You pick out $165 in product. You pay $100 flat. Okay. But then you're in the group. You're on the inside, fast track, and you get to order in December from the new catalog. And so chances are much, much higher that you will get what you want before they sell out. So little plug there, tamarabertram.stampinup.net. If you were in Canada, I would be honored to have you on my team. And I show you all the ways to save the most money. Honestly, it is a big game for me. How can we save the most money? How can we get the most free stuff? I am an expert at that. I've been doing it for 16 years. If there's a way to save money, I know it and I will show you how to do it. That is all. Anything else coming up that I have to think about? I don't think so. My Eden class, it's a little late now. I don't know when the shipments are going to get here, so it's too late if you didn't register. I'm very grateful for the 9 of you who did. It's going to be a great class. If you're a demonstrator, stay tuned. I'm going to throw out some demonstrator training, either middle of December or between Christmas and New Year's. I'm doing it. Can't stop me. That's it. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, you guys. It was fun. I did enjoy that. And I challenge you to get out those brushes, get out those markers and those blends and do some coloring. It's very relaxing. That's it. I will see you, I guess, not until Monday, Mystery Card Monday. Have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you soon. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Bye.